So welcome to the last lesson of Unit 1, 1.8. We're now going to do proportionality in a table. We're going to have more than one ratio or rate in each problem. More than two, actually. So, right, we did this with fractions. Is 1/3 equal to 2/6 equal to 3/9 equal to 4/10? Well, 2/6 simplifies to 1/3. 3/9 simplifies to 1/3. But that simplifies to 2/5, so this is no. Any of them are wrong, and the whole thing is not equivalent. 10/4 simplifies to 5/2. Divide both of these by 3. Yes, you get 5/2. Divide both of these by 4, you get 5/2. Divide both of these by 5, you get 5/2. And yes, they all simplify to 5/2. Right, so, we've done this where we compare two shapes. But what if we compare four? Are all of these proportional to each other? Do all of these, height to length, or length to height, simplify to the same fraction? All right, so we're going to look at this. This is the one we just did. So I'm going to put, I want to say short to long. So short to long, right? So it would be 3/4. Does it equal 6/8? Does it equal 9/12? Does it equal 12/16? Well, yeah, 6/8 simplifies to 3/4. 9/12 divide top and bottom by 3 also makes 3/4. 12/16, I was a little sloppy there, also simplifies to 3/4. Yes, they are all proportional because all the fractions are equivalent. Now, we have to be careful with these tables, and this is going to be an issue, especially when we get to graphing them, and we are going to graph them. All right, so it says in a ratio described as A to B, the first number A will always be the top. All right, we've talked about this. It will also always be on the right side, which is sort of weird, right? Because so you're going to write this as 8/2 because it's if the ratio of dollars to apples, right? That makes sense because prices are in dollars per pound. But in tables, the first thing goes on the right. And that will be, the reason for that is because of graphing, and we will see that. So this is $8 for 2 pounds. $12 goes for 3 pounds. $16 goes for 4 pounds. And $20 goes for 5 pounds. And we have to check if those are all proportional, all equal. If any one of the four is not equal to the other three, then it's a no. So let's just check that, right? 8 divided by 2 is 4. 12 divided by 3, 4. 16 divided by 4, 4. 20 divided by 5. So is this a proportional relationship? Yes. We can't just say yes. We have to show why. And it's because all of the ratios of dollars to pounds. So dollars had to go up top, because that's the way it was asked. Dollars to cost to apples in pounds, dollars to pounds, were all equal. Is the ratio of oranges to trees in the table a proportional relationship? So is it 20/2 equal to 50/3? Well, we already can see that's not the case, right? Because 20/2 would make 10, right? This should be 30, right? So you don't even have to do the rest of them. Once two of them are not equivalent to each other, this is not a proportional relationship between the number of trees and the number of oranges on those trees, at least in this case. All right, so now we're going to fill in the blank like we've been doing, right? We've done this. So we're going to put dollars up top and hours on the bottom because the thing on the right goes up top. And we're going to have 20/2 equals blank. A 36 over blank equals blank over 4. All right, so we have to fill in both blanks. It's really the same thing we've been doing. 24/2 simplifies to 12/1. So 12 times 3 is 36. 1 times 3 is 3. So this has to go with 3, and that makes sense. 2, 3, 4. Now notice there was a nice pattern there. Mr. Ben tends to be nice. Yes, there tends to be patterns. Tricky tests like the SBAC will not necessarily have a pattern there that you can do. They want you to do this work, so be careful of that. Now we're going to still have to do the same thing. 12/1, we've simplified that, equals blank over 4, right? Well, 12 times 4 is 48, right? And so that is now, we've forced that to be a proportional relationship of dollars earned to hours worked in our table. All right, so we have cashews to peanuts. Cashews goes up top. So cashews to peanuts, 2 over blank equals blank over 20 equals 6 over 30. All right, so the one we've been given is that one. So we're going to simplify that one. And that simplifies to 1/5. 20 times 20 divided by 4 makes 5. So blank divided by 4 makes 4. So 4 goes with 20. And then 2 times what makes 4? 2. So what times 2 makes 20? 10, right? This went 10, 20, 30, 2, 4, 6. Okay, now this is called a horizontal table. So in the other tables, the top was on the right. Unfortunately, the top is on the bottom of these tables. So it says fill in the table to complete the proportional relationship between words read per minute. Words per minute, right? We want to know how many words you can read in a minute. That's the rate we want. We don't want to, we're not asking how many minutes it takes you to read one word, okay? That would be weird. It would come out as some fraction of a minute. So words per minute is 600 words in 3 minutes, 1,000 in some amount of minutes, and some amount of words in 9 minutes. Okay, so let's simplify our fraction. So 3 goes into 6 twice, so 3 goes into 60, 20, goes in 200 times. So all of these are going to simplify to be 200, right? Now, we already can do this one. 3 times 3 is 9, and 6 times 3 is 1,800, right? I didn't need to simplify to do that one. So that's what went there. And is that right? 3 times 3, yep. And but to do the one in the middle, we did have to simplify. I sort of did this out of order, so let's fix that now. And then 200 times what is 1,000? 5. And so then this is a 1, and 1 times 5 is 5. All right, so notice, there was not a pattern this time. I wrote 18,000. I meant 1,800. So you have to be careful of that. You can't just go, oh, 3 blank 9, 3 6 9. This was intentionally this way so that you wouldn't just start doing pattern seeking. If ratios are all equivalent, we can find the constant of proportionality still. All right, now we got to make sure we do it the way we said. Cashews to peanuts. So cashews has to go up top, peanuts on the bottom. If we don't do it the way where the right side is on the top, or there's 2 ways to tell. The right side goes up top, the first word goes up top. So there's 2 ways telling you it has to be cashews to peanuts. All right? Otherwise, if you go too quickly, you can have the thing upside down. And if it's upside down, it's 100% wrong. All right, so this is 4/12, 6/18, and 7/21. All right, we're going to see if those are all equal. Well, 4/12 divided by 4, 1/3. 6/18 divided by 6, 1/3. 7/21, 1/3. So they're all equal, and K is 1/3. All right, because it's cashews to peanuts. 1 cashew for every 3 peanuts in the ratio. All right, so it says miles to gallons. And remember, these are always upside down. So it's miles to gallons. So it's 120 to 3, 160 to 4, 200 to 5. Are those all equivalent? We have to check that first. 3 goes into 12 4 times, so this becomes 40. 4 goes into 16, so this becomes 40. And this becomes 40. So K here is 40, right? It's 40 miles per gallon. Miles to gallons. K is 40. So it's yes, and K is 40. All right, so now we're going to do it. It says length to width. So we have to put length up top, width on the bottom. So 4 to 8 equals 5 to blank equals blank to 14. Ooh, all right, so 4/8 simplifies to 1/2. So then 5 must go with 10, 5/10. So again, not a pattern. And then 1/2, 2 times what makes 14? 2 times 7 makes 14. And so this is 7/14. Length to width. So what is K here? I haven't found K. So the answer is yes. Yes, it has to be because we're making it proportional. And what was K? What did they all simplify to? They all simplified to 1/2. For every 1 inch of length, there is 2 inches or centimeters or whatever of width. So practice with these. So we have green candies to bags. We have 40 to 2, 80 to 4, 120 to 6. That simplifies to 20. That simplifies to 20. And that simplifies to 20. So yes, they're proportional, and K is 20. There are 20 green candies in one bag, right? It's 20 green per bag. So the ratio of cashews to peanuts is a proportional relationship. Cashews to peanuts. So I abbreviated, but cashews has to go up top. So we always end up flipping these over. And so that simplifies to 1/3. 5/15 simplifies to 1/3. 7/25 simplifies to 1/3. So K equals 1/3, right? Cannot put 3. It's cashews to peanuts. Cashews has to go up top, and it's 1 cashew. So what does that mean? There's one for every 1 cashew, there are 3 peanuts. Yeah, peanuts are cheaper than cashews. Almost always in a mixed nut thing, there are way more peanuts. Yeah, the reason there's peanut butter rather than almond butter, I know there's almond butter like crazy now, but peanut butter is way cheaper because peanuts are cheaper. All right, so now we're filling in the table. We're using cashews to peanuts again because cashews is on the right. So it's 2/3 equals how many over 6 equals 6 over blank equals blank over 12. All right, well, 3 times 2 is 6, so 2 times 2 is 4, so this is 4. And 2 times 3 is 6, so 3 times 3 is 9. This goes with 9. And 3 times 4 is 12, so 2 times 4 is 8. This one had a nice pattern, and so you filled it in, but remember it says find the constant proportionality. What's the portion? Because it's cashews to peanuts, it's 2 to 3, 2/3. All right, so we're going to do apples to trees, okay? So it's going to be 100. We're going to flip these over always. For blank over 8 equals 200 over blank. Well, 100 times 2 is 200, so 5 times 2 is 10. So this goes with 10. So 5, 8, 10 is not a pattern, so this doesn't have a pattern in it. But now we need to simplify. 5 divided by 5, 1. 100 divided by 5, 20, right? Because 10 divided by 5 is 2. So 1 times 8 is 8, and 20 times 8 is 160. Now, what is the constant proportionality? Well, what did they all should simplify to 20, right? Now, when you're filling in, you're making them all equal. That's why I don't have to go and simplify this to 20 or simplify 160 over 8 to 20, because we're making them all equal to 20. All right, so we're going to do length. Now notice, when I first did this, I did short to long. But truthfully, now that it's in a table, you should do 6 to 4, 7 to 5, 12 to 9. Well, these are not proportional. That's 2. That's 3 halves. That's 7/5. This is not proportional. All right, once you have any that are not equal, it's not proportional.